to thank all the older women in America who have sent me support.
Well, we don't need to hear that. But this is Brad Pitt. He fulfills Anthony Fucci's wish of an all-new Saturday Night Live at home. Now, he's up there playing this idiot. Now, see, Brad Pitt is not the only idiot out there. He's misinformed about the World Health Organization, about the United Nations, and he's not the only one. Now, let's see, it says, it's also appropriate casting considered in the widely circulated Change.org petition nominating Fucci as the People's Magazine's sexiest man alive, a title that Brad Pitt has held twice in the past 35 years. And says there's some of the misinformation can be traced back to the White House and President Donald Trump, who is, as Pitt's Fucci diplomatically noted, has taken liberties with some of our guidelines. Yeah, okay, well, you know, the good doctor's worried about his AID thing, so that, yeah, let's get off of this just a minute. I want to show you some things. He's not the only one that's been misinformed over the United Nations. No. Linda Gray. Remember her from Dynasty? Was it Dynasty? Something like that. But, yeah, Dallas. I'm sorry, Dallas. So there she is. She's advancing the UN cause for women. Well, she's not the only one. There's more here. Let's get to some things about the United Nations. United Nations promotes child sexual perversion. The UN promotes of child sexual perversion could reach down to the first grade classrooms, and it has. Here you got Ted Turner. He donated $1 billion gift to the United Nations. Right there, people. Well, look at this. Outrageous UN treaty promotes child rights. That is May 16th, 1995. Looky here. Proposed UN treaty will strip parents of their rights. April 30th, 1995. I'm just hitting the iceberg on some of this stuff. World faces instability due to water shortages. And this is to reduce the demand of drinking water in the future, the report from the Johns Hopkins University of Public Health. Yeah. And this guy is a leading author of a consultant to the United Nations Population Fund. Who holds the UN accountable? Well, I want you to see this right here. The United Nations should never be confused with the legitimately elected governments or any of America's historical allies. So I'm just going to hit briefly on some things, people. Here you go. The World Bank details plans to control the world's water. So I'm just going to hit on some of this stuff. Here you go. There's a good one. UN asked to boost the gay rights. The body's gay employees seek recognition for themselves in the world. Here's a good one. Delegates from 8 nations choose the city as a launching pad for their spiritual initiatives. They can either create a society that looks like Bosnia or one that looks like the United Religion Initiative. Here's what I wrote down here. Soon we'll have one religion, one that is politically correct. The New World Order Church, coming soon unless you wake up. Here you go. World Heritage. They're saluting the U.S. national parks. Well, here you go here, people. United Nations. Great Smoky Mountains National Park, an international biosphere reserve. You see that? That's what it is. And they took that sign down after people started complaining about it. The United Nations, the International Biosphere Reserve are administered by the United Nations Committee, whose authority supersedes the United States government. Now here's a hidden agenda. The United Nations is a Trojan horse. It was presented to America by rich, powerful men under the guise of peace. One of their purpose is to promote laws and treaties that will make us submissive. With such laws, you can then manipulate people without undue protest. In this way, they can achieve power and control in a quiet and subtle manner without ever having to fire a shot. And what part of you got the World Bank and International Monetary Fund, UNESCO, the United Educational, Scientific and Culture, International Labor Organization, International World Court, World Health Organization, UNICEF, United Nations Children Fund, the World Meteorological Association, the World Trade Organization, World Food and Agricultural Organization, the UN Population Fund, the UN Human Rights Commission, the International Drug Control Board. They've got a bigger setup than what we have in the United States, and it's all for the takeover. They want the people that they got promoting this stuff, like Brad Pitt, Linda Gray. Here's this is October 20th, 1998. Ginger Spice Jerry Hallwell, right, has a new job, Goodwill Ambassador for the UN Population Fund, to promote awareness of reproductive health issues in Britain. Telling you what's going on, and you don't see it. You don't put it all together. Now, here you go. UN links poverty to bad government. Maybe if they weren't paying all this money to the United Nations, they could afford to feed their people. Now here's something, people. I want you to understand this. Remember I told you about the national parks and different things. This is Friday, May 21st, 1999, USA Today, land control. The House passed a bill that would require congressional consent before any federal land is included in the United Nations Land Reserve. A similar House bill died last year in the Senate, and prospects for this bill look dim. UN resumes. Okay, here you go. Food is power. For that, they don't apologize. Here's one. They had some United Nations water trucks showing up down in Washingtonville. That's in Ohio. To deliver water. Here's something. UN World Tax Notification. April 1996. Hang on, people. There's another girl here. Ah, here we go. Julie Andrews. This is a plane dealer. February 24th, 1999. This is in the plane dealer. Comes out of Akron, Ohio. No, Cleveland. So, yeah, how to reach a plane dealer. Superior Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, 44114. Plane dealer, 1999. Andrews to direct panel about battered women. She's going to put out a 90-minute video conference panel about violence against women during the International Women's Day. Is March 8th. She is a Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations Development Fund of Women. That's what's going on in the United States of America, right underneath your noses. These people, like Brad Pitt, and this Julie Andrews, Linda Gray, the Spice Girls, so on, there's a whole lot of them. There's a slew of them. They may have good intentions, but they don't understand that the United Nations is not the humanitarian instrument that it was designed to be. It has progressed, it has opened up, it got bigger. They're after world domination. They're not after good humanitarian things. They're not after keeping the peace. They're after world dominance. And no matter if it's Brad Pitt and his World War Z which is UN, how they saved the world from the zombie plague. Or was it Peacemaker or Peacekeeper or something that George Clooney was in? And who was that girl? Oh shit, can't remember the Australian girl. But yeah, these people, they may think they're doing good, but what they're doing is promoting global dominance, their global government from the United Nations. And that needs to cease. You need to wake up, people, to what is going on in the United States of America. Even Castro was going to go to the United Nations Millennium Summit. Here you go over here. UN, World Bank, cities threaten the environment. God. I'm telling you, people, wake up. Wake up to what's going on. Here's one. Freedom. The UN bureaucrats have a plan to get UN gun rights in their clutches, and they need November elections to help them. Definition of tyranny? You better believe it. This is from the CFR headquarters, Command Center for the New World Order. Unhappy 60th birthday. Founded in 1945, the United Nations recognizes the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family. It's a universal declaration of human rights. International Monetary Fund, born to lose. The IMF is a special agency of the United Nations. Didn't stand in a world, didn't start out as a world leading money lender of last resort, but it became one. But the world must recognize that as long as developing countries exercise their sovereign right to pursue their economic powers, then they're not going to get any money. Okay, that's enough for today. You people best wake up. The United Nations is not your friend. They're not there for humanitarian rights. Yep, here you go. There's a manifesto. The World Constitution and Parliament Association. United Nations, people. They want control. And it's up to you to stop them in their tracks right now. Thanks for watching.